Hello, this is rayodaniel and welcome to my channel. We're going to continue our video series on high-level features. This video we're going to be covering is WordPress hosting inside of Highlevel. Now before we begin, please hit the subscribe and the like on this video and this channel. I would appreciate your support, as well as if you find this video useful and would like to purchase Highlevel, please use the affiliate link in the description below. It does help me out. Thank you so much in advance, and let's get to it. So when we talk about Highlevel here, first of all, we've got a couple of different things that we need to discuss. There's a couple of different ways that you can have WordPress paid for inside of Highlevel. So right now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated, and I want to make sure that you get started correctly from the very beginning. So inside of Highlevel, there's two ways that you could set up WordPress payments. You can either include WordPress with their subscription, with your client subscriptions, and the payment can come directly from you as the agency, or you can just turn on the feature inside of their account and then have them being the client, them sign up for it, and then they can pay for the WordPress from their credit cards without going through you. So just wanted to show you some of the differences either way. But right now, what I want to show you is a couple of different accounts. We're going to look at one account here. If you go to the sites area, notice that there is no WordPress here in the menu options. There's nothing selected because this account does not have WordPress feature enabled. It's not turned on. It has to be turned on at the agency level. Now, we're going to take a look at another location that has the WordPress feature enabled, but it has not been turned on yet. It has not been paid for. So here we're under a different account, and notice that there is a WordPress option here at the top. And if we click on dashboard, we get WordPress hosting. So this WordPress hosting is at this point, we've turned the feature on so that the client could be able to use this feature. In the previous account, we didn't turn the feature on, so that you never even saw it. So you kind of see this is how it gets a bit tricky. So right now what I want to do is hop over to the agency account and show you how you adjust these settings. So this particular one that we have the account turned on, I want to show you that one first. So if we come down here and go down to the very bottom one and go into this account, we're going to be able to scroll down and see here we see offer WordPress. It's enabled. So this means that we have turned it on and we have allowed the client to be able to purchase it. Now, just a little quick note here, if you do have offer WordPress, you can offer it at whatever price you want every month. So right now, the price is $14.99. You can make it $19.99, $24.99, take your pick. But the cost to you is only $10 per month. So anything more that you get for extra beyond $10 is a profit to you on a per client basis or per WordPress installation basis. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. Right now, again, we've turned it on. If you want to, as the agency owner, pay for the WordPress for them because it's included in their subscription for whatever reason, that might be how you have yours set up, you can come here and just click Pay Now here once you turn on some of these features and enable WordPress. So if you pay for it here in this option, then you as the agency owner are going to be liable for the payment. So it's going to be going on your credit card, and then you're going to be collecting a monthly subscription from your client, getting the money back in return. So that's one option here. So right now what I want to do is come over and show you another account, the very first one that we took a look at. Now this one did not show WordPress at all because WordPress was not enabled. So we weren't offering WordPress to that location. So if you need to offer it to at least show it for them to be able to buy it, you have to come in here and turn this on and enable it like you saw it in the previous account. So if you do that, then you should be able to see the WordPress, and then they would be able to purchase it inside of their account. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Now, we've got that all out of the way and kind of understand where to turn Highlevel on and things like that and how payments work either at the client level or at the agency level. Let's hop into an account that has the feature enabled and has WordPress already installed. So if you want to install WordPress, unfortunately there is a time lag between enabling WordPress and having the database built and having the site built. So for the purposes of this video, I've already went through the initial introduction payment process. So you would just simply, there where you saw in this particular example, we're going to hop into this account here where you see WordPress. We would go to the dashboard and we would simply say get started. You would come in here and fill this out, put in your credit card information, everything, and then you would simply say confirm, move forward, and the wizard would walk you through actually getting the site created. So there's an onboarding initialization process that has to get the actual WordPress site created in the back end before you can use it. And typically, worst case, I think it might take an hour or so in order for that process to happen on the back end. You just kind of have to log back in and check. So right now, what I want to do is hop into a location that we already have WordPress configured. So once WordPress is set up, you get a full list of options here. So we're going to cover all of these from the dashboard down to the advanced settings. But one of the biggest and most trickiest things to do that I found with Highlevel and the WordPress installation is getting the domain set up. Now this was kind of cumbersome. I had to get support involved, but I want to give you some shortcuts and some tips in this video that's going to make this process very easy to where you don't need to contact support. So one of the things is whenever you install WordPress, it will automatically create a site behind the scenes for you to access it. So that's what this WordPress URL here is and what the WordPress admin access. So you can use any one of these sites. If you were to click on this, you get access to the site, or you can log in and get access to the admin site just using these links here. They're not public. You wouldn't want to use them. You would want to get your own domain configured, but they do give you links to be able to access the site immediately so you can begin building and developing. And then whenever you get it connected to your domain or subdomain or whatever it is that you configure, at that particular point, then you can make it go live and have it available to people on the internet. So right now, one of the things I want to show you is just this screen right here that would show you how to access the site. You would click here to access the admin portal. So here you get the full WordPress backend dashboard. So we're not going to go into WordPress specifically because there's already so much training out there on WordPress regarding making pages and posts and doing plugins and themes and things like that. I'm just going to leave that up to the other training that's already out there to be able to tell you how to do that. But I'm just trying to show you where you would access these features at from within Highlevel so that you can get them configured and set up. So these you have. Now it also gives you a primary domain here and also gives you the ability here to add a domain or subdomain. We'll get to that in just a minute. One of the things I really want to go over here is the importance of doing migrations. If you ever have a WordPress site and you need to move the WordPress site from one hosting provider into Highlevel, just the move alone can be enough to make you want to say no. That's not really worth it. You could have multiple pages, you could have hundreds of posts on there, you could have all of this detailed information that's inside of the WordPress installation. You're like, nope, that's just too big. I don't want to move that thing. It's just a monstrosity. It's just too much work to move that and rebuild that site again. Well, one of the nice things about it here is Highlevel has actually given you access to a plugin here, an all-in-one WP migration plugin that can actually, you can actually download it and then upload that here as part of this process, and you can migrate your existing WordPress directly into Highlevel, making it much easier to migrate and to move all of that data, all of the pages, all of the posts over and put them into Highlevel. So you might want to take advantage of that if you have a WordPress site that's already built. So this is just very useful, and that migration tool can save you tons, days, weeks worth of efforts to get that stuff done. Now, the cool thing about it is you can import it without affecting your primary site. So you would import it, build the site here, fix any kind of things that maybe didn't come across correctly, get the site all up and going, and then you can just simply turn the domain from the existing production there over into Highlevel and get the domain configured. So speaking of the domain being configured, let's go ahead and look at how you would do that. So here in the domain, you would want to open this up and you would type in whatever domain that you want to get connected to this particular website. So I'm going to type in one that I own. Now, when you type in the domain, and keep in mind, if you do just want to type this in and use HTTPS, it doesn't really matter. When you click Generate CNAME here, it'll take that out anyway, and it'll give you these two values here. So This is where it gets a little bit complicated. If you're not a tech person, you will need to get your webmaster or your tech person involved to help you go into your hosting or your whatever provider that's hosting your domain name and go in and create a couple of DNS records into your settings. So right now, this particular domain is actually at a GoDaddy site. So I've actually already logged in here, so I'm going to show you how to do this. Right now, you need to create a CNAME record for these two values. So you would just simply, I'm going to copy this first one here, and I'm going to hop over to the tab here regarding DNS management. I'm already in the DNS settings for this particular domain, already in for the domain, so we don't have to go through all of that stuff. I'm just trying to make this as simplistic as possible. So we would just simply come in here and click Add Record. We would just choose a CNAME record. Now, the name field is where your first field goes. So here, this where it says key, this is actually where you would put it in the name field. And then you would come and click the value, and then you would put the value here in the value field. And you would click Save. So you've updated this, the DNS record is fine. Now, if you were to come here and look at this, what I kept doing myself here is sometimes it could take a few minutes for these domain processes to take place, but you would simply click Verify and Create Certificate, and you would get this nice little error here that says Domain Not Found. This is what I was knocking my head against the wall for a day or two trying to get this done until I had to contact support. Well, come to find out, there is another record that you need to create, and I'm going to, of course, I don't have it handy. All right, so this is one of these options where you need to sit back and just copy this down here. This value, you need to create an A record here. Now, because I'm using the root domain here, I'm just going to use the @ symbol. Now, the IP address I had to find out the hard way is 35.244.134.243. So this right here is the IP address of the WordPress server farm, whatever they're using for that you have to have the IP address pointed at. So once you create an A record for the domain for this IP address, you simply would click Save. This would again update the record. So again, to get this right, you will need to create one A record for whatever domain. It would be the root domain or it would be a subdomain, however you would do it. And you would need to use the IP address I just put in there. And then you'll need to create a CNAME record for this particular name that's actually been generated here. So whenever we do this, you just simply give it a minute. Of course, this may not do right off the bat, so we'll just have to see. Might need to take a little bit more time here, so we're going to just check back on that potentially later. But right now, when you get the WordPress site configured and the domain added, you would simply come in and make that particular domain primary, and that would be your primary domain that your WordPress site can be accessed. Now, once you have the root domain added, all you would have to do is just simply go to the domain, type in your simple wp-admin, which is your WordPress's default admin site, sign in with your user account, which we're going to get to the user accounts here in just a second, and then you would have access to your full admin access. Or if you want to take a shortcut, you can simply come to this page, click on the link here, and it will automatically log you into the backend dashboard. So you might find that a bit easier. So let's take a few other features here of WordPress. This right here is just the dashboard. Now, although this is useful, some of these other settings, what I found is it's better to handle these in the administration console than in the high-level settings for this. So let's take a look at this real quick. This right here shows the user account of all the users that you have. You can sit back and simply add a user here, which is great, but you can also just go into the WordPress admin site and add the user to where you normally would anyway. So even though Highlevel has done a great job with building an interface between there, me personally, I know the WordPress backend. I'd much rather just use WordPress backend admin console to sit back and do all the work that I need to get done because I'm familiar with it versus using Highlevel's tools, which in turn just communicate with the WordPress background. So this right here will give you all the users. You can look at all the plugins that are installed by just simply clicking this option here. Again, you can always go into the admin console to look at the plugins, remove, deactivate, remove any plugins that are there. You can look at the themes here. Again, it's just any theme that you want to have installed. Now, here's where it becomes interesting because there are backups that are automatically created for you. Highlevel does create 3 backups for you here. So, and they do backups every day. So they do keep the last 3 days here on file. This is all the options that you get. The only thing that you can do is come back and pick one of them to restore in case you blow your WordPress site up or something happened and you need to restore it from the previous day. So the only other options here that we see are some of the advanced settings. Now inside of this, if you take a look, there are some security settings to sit back and enable or disable the website security settings. So that right there, you'll have to look at the WordPress documentation for Highlevel on getting those implemented. The FTP access, this right here is if you ever need for somebody to have FTP access, that is now available. It was a feature that was not available originally, but they just included that. You would just have to generate the credentials here. The manage caching, so this right here, if you wanted to cache it, you would just simply choose whatever caching model that you want to use. Your communication settings, this right here is coming soon. So right now, all of the email function, by the way, inside of your WordPress site goes through the lead connector email system inside of Highlevel. So the WordPress and the email connector are connected together. So just to give you a heads up, you can go into the admin console and remove that if you wanted to. So I'll finish this and then show you where that is. We also have a little troubleshooter here if you want to restore access to some of the configuration files. Hopefully you don't mess these up, because if you do, it could prevent your WordPress site from working. But if it does become unfixable, you can always come in here and delete the database, completely delete it, and then recreate it and rebuild the site again, the same way you could with WordPress. So oftentimes, I'd rather not go through and delete an entire database, especially if you have a lot of work involved with it, but sometimes it's necessary, and it is something that you do have the option of doing inside of Highlevel. But if you go here inside of the admin console and you look here, there is a special option. You don't typically see this on the WordPress installation sites, this LC email, but if you do not want LC email to be to respond to all of the email settings within Highlevel, you just uncheck this and save the settings, and then you can load whatever SMTP provider you want to be able to send emails in through your WordPress site. So right now I'm just going to take just another quick minute just to see if this did complete here. I know there is a time lag between getting these configured on the domain provider. Sometimes it can even take up to a day, but okay, we're still having a problem. It still hasn't synced yet, but anyway, that's how you would get your settings configured and get your root domain. If you run across the same problem, feel free to contact Highlevel support like I did. They can help you out and get this set up. But once it's set up, you don't need to do anything else. To get your WordPress site up and going, you can access the admin console directly from the domain you configured or from this particular page. So that's WordPress and how Highlevel has integrated it. So I hope you found it very useful. Thank you so much. And again, please hit the subscribe and like on the channel in this video. It will greatly help me out here, and have a great day. Hey, I want to thank you again for visiting my channel and give you one more little thing here. If you are interested in Highlevel and getting some additional Highlevel training, please see the link in the description below. I do have a free course I'm offering that covers everything related to Highlevel and gives you all the information that you need to know. Thank you so much and have a great day.